You can't win it today, but you can sure lose it.
First rule of getting the 12, you got to be in the 10 ring.
Good shot.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Here we are with the Open Pro standings. Darren.
Dan McCarthy, 430. As we said earlier, he's won 6 in a row, trying to get his 7th. Joseph Goza only 2 points behind. Jack Wallace right there in 3rd at a 426. Chris Hacker at a 424. Danny Evans at a 418. These 5 guys are much tighter. This should be a much more interesting shoot down right here.
All right, we want to get to this one because this is going to be exciting. So let's go to Louis Holmes. He's going to bring in our archers.
All right, for our 3rd shoot down for the evening, Open Pro, Danny Evans is sitting in 5th place from Ponticello, Illinois at a 418. Number 4, from Arkansas, Chris Hacker sitting at a 424. And your 3rd qualifier, coming in at a 426, from Townville, South Carolina, Jack Wallace. Sitting in 2nd, from Alabama, qualifying in at a 428, Joseph Goza. Sitting in the number 1 seed, a new face, Dan McCarthy from Wazeeka, Wisconsin, coming in at a 430.
A new face there.
Yeah, new face. That's Mr. McCarthy. He's earned that title.
And we want to emphasize, again, he is going for 7 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember any run like that in your years in this game?
Levi's probably won combined IBO ASAs over sometimes 6 tournaments in a row, but I don't know I've seen anyone ever win 6 ASA events in a row. I don't think anyone's ever done that.
Gotcha.
Let him glass it one last time.
Because I know there's been a couple years where Levi won every leg of an IBO,
Yeah, right.
the first,
Yeah.
the second, and third, so throw a couple ASAs in between there. He may have won 5 in a row, but the streak that Dan's on is I don't know if it'll ever be topped.
We should mention Levi is not here this weekend. His wife Samantha had a baby girl the other day. Congratulations to them.
Yes, congrats to both of them on that. And also Shane Sears, he shoots in the Gnome Pro division.
Right.
They had a new baby just a few days ago, had a little baby boy, so congrats to Shane as well.
Congrats.
There's a good look at Chris Hacker, good shooter.
Chris worked hard this weekend to get here. He shot 16 up today to get into that shoot down.
That's a solid round. There's Jack Wallace, Sharon's husband. Sharon's been working with Jack. She's got him lined out pretty good, it looks like.
Jack was our bonus ring leader for the weekend, so he kept playing. I saw him today, and he would shoot a 12 and then an 8, a 12 and then an 8. And he said, man, I'm just not getting anywhere.
All right, first up for our leader, currently with a 2-point lead. Dan
Look at that.
McCarthy.
And that's how you start right there.
Inside out.
12 for Dan McCarthy.
Wow, that guy's so good. 442 for Mr. McCarthy.
Sorry, Danny, the 10-point lead is going to be there after this. Unless you 14 this.
Joseph Goza, he's up next year. He also worked this weekend. He was quiet in the background, then all of a sudden today,
Solid 10 for
he just
Joseph
started
Goza.
going for it.
Moves him to 430.
And it paid off for
Now
him
4 points behind our leader.
to work his way to
And also
2nd place.
trailing by 2
Yeah,
bonus
Joseph's a
points.
great yardage judger. I did some judging with him on Thursday out there, and he walked up on me on the range while we were practicing looking at targets, and I had just misjudged one by about 2.5 yards, and he looked at it, he's like, yeah, it's probably 39. It was 39.3. He missed it by 0.3, so.
He now stands at 434.
There's an 8 for Jack, 434 now for him.
He's 8 points behind. For Chris
So
Hacker,
these guys, gals, obviously, they're guessing, estimating this distance very, very well to hit these bonus rings. So it's a very awesome skill, a learned skill.
have a solid 10 for Chris.
Chris Hacker.
And applied at the right times can win you a lot of money.
With Jack Wallace, but 3 bonus points behind.
So Jack and Chris are now tied for third since Jack shot that 8.
And now
See if Danny Evans can make a move.
Look at Danny Evans. Danny Evans is the most patient shooter I have ever seen. I could learn something from him. He doesn't do anything until he's ready.
Yeah, he doesn't get in a hurry with his shot. He tries to do the same thing every single time, and that's what successful archers do. They're very repetitive. That's all this game is repetition. Obviously, the judging distance takes a lot, but even if you judge every target correctly, you still have to make a good shot. You can't just get lucky out there all the time. Sometimes 2 wrongs do make a right, but to be consistent like these guys are, to see familiar faces all the time, they're doing everything good, judging and shooting well.
We see Chris working that device on the side of his hat there. He's got a little blinder on. What's that doing for him?
He typically, archers don't want to close one eye, so he's trying to keep from getting a double vision or take his left eye taking over as he's aiming, so he doesn't want to squint his left eye. It puts an extra strain in the muscles on your face, so he pulls that blinder down so when he's looking through his peep, he can't see anything out of his left eye. Keeps him dead center in his peep and his scope, keeps his alignment perfect.
There's a good look at that. Yeah, look at that eye behind the blinder. But he still gets the light through. It's not shading.
Yep. There's a good look at Mr. Patient, Danny Evans.
Oh,
he shot that 14.
He got it. Speaking of patient.
Dan shoots such a good shot.
That's a long hold for him even. Can't see that turkey too well.
He finished high at Vegas, one of the biggest indoor tournament in the world, in my opinion.
3rd place at the Vegas shoot, so he's not just the 3D guy. He can play that indoor
shooting the
game.
same bow, 70 pounds.
Okay, first up, Danny Evans.
There he goes.
14 for Danny Evans.
Good for him.
442.
Next, Dan McCarthy. With the 12 here will once again dash Danny's hopes. For Dan, we have a 10. Danny's back in the game, folks.
10 for Dan,
Joseph
452.
Goza, currently at 438.
6 in a row. He was our Open Pro Shooter of the Year last year as well, obviously, winning 5 of 6 events.
10 for Joseph. Goes into
10 for
448.
Joseph, 448. I'm still thinking about this streak. Levi, are you watching? If you are, send me a text. Did you have a better streak than Dan McCarthy had? He'd be the only guy that I know of that would have a chance at that.
Jack Wallace. Currently in a tie with Chris Hacker.
Jack got the
434.
10 there.
Jack takes a 10 to the bank.
444. Levi might be babysitting today.
Let's see if Chris has an answer for that on the brown bear.
Maybe he's taking a nap. He was up all night.
Yeah, you never know. That's a possibility.
And Chris Hacker has a 10,
10
also,
for Chris,
so it's a tie at
444.
444. Dan McCarthy at 452 and 18 bonus rings. Joseph
That
Goza
did.
All right.
I'm sitting there looking at that, trying to figure out how those scores tied up. Danny hit that 14, so he's only 2 points out of being tied for third right now.
Chris Hacker 444 and 15 bonus.
I anticipate some
Yeah,
things
it's tightened
changing
up
up
here.
Yeah, I anticipate some things changing up in these next 3 arrows.
We still have 5 shooters.
Dan is moving to the longest target. Again, we don't know the distances. We'll know here before the next division.
So it's anybody's game still.
That's the
as far as
grazing doe, and it's
first,
the longest
second, and
target.
third. All right. Is Chris ready? If he's ready, gentlemen, we'll start
Everybody's
your 1
ready.
minute now.
Folks are seeing those umbrellas, Dan. Tell them what they're using those umbrellas for.
They're trying to, they flip them around so that the wind is sucking into the backside of that umbrella, and what they're doing is trying to keep that wind off the archer so they can at least aim their bow still. If the wind affects the arrow a little bit, that's fine, but they're trying to make the most steady aim and the best shot they can make, so they're trying to block that wind.
Look at that bow. You talk about no movement.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he wanted that 14.
Yeah, he went at the upper there, shot straight above it, about a yard hot.
Dan says this is the first year he's shooting a 40-inch bow. He had been shooting a 36-inch, and I believe he caught that 12.
He didn't call upper, I don't believe.
Oh, he didn't.
There's a
No.
look over Danny Evans' shoulder.
Currently at 444.
Danny's just
Tied with Jack
right
Wallace.
of the 12 or low of the 14, whatever he was aiming for.
That looks like Hacker's fletching. He
Oh,
got a
yeah.
14.
There we
That'll
go.
change things up. 458 for Mr. Hacker.
That never hurts.
Chris works at a shop called Jelco out there in Arkansas, and
Yep.
he knows a thing or two about a bow and arrow.
Now in the within 10 crew. For Danny. 8 for Danny.
8 for Danny. Makes it 450.
Next up.
So that's a 6-point swing from a 14 to an 8 for between two shooters right there. That's huge.
Lead over Joseph Goza.
Just another look at Dan McCarthy shooting there.
Solid
Yeah.
10 for Dan
He
McCarthy.
did not call upper, so that is a 10.
462.
Call on the Panther and upper 12 call on the Brown Bear. First, Joseph
As I
Goza.
said, he had been shooting a 36-inch bow last year, and he was wondering if the wind on that big bow was going to hurt him, but so far it hasn't.
No, I think he can shoot anything he wants. He's got, he's a madman behind that string. Another 4-fletched arrow. I'm seeing more and more and more of this 4-fletch. I guess
Yeah.
I'm going to have to try it. Maybe there's something to it.
Guess who preaches about those 4-fletch?
Tim Gillingham.
Yes, he does.
10 for Joseph, is that right? Yeah.
That is Joseph, yeah.
458. Yeah, Tim's the first person that I know of that went to a 4-fletch out here.
Imagine that.
He sells fletching and arrows too.
Brown Bear and 8 for Jack.
8 for Jack.
Moves into
452.
So, we do
Things are
have some
tightened up.
changing there. Now, Chris Hacker has climbed up into the 3rd place.
Bonus rings.
Well, a tie for second,
Tie for
excuse me.
second. Yeah, you can see there Dan's still enjoying a 4-point lead, but we've got 2 targets of regulation, and we will see a 6th arrow in this crowd.
Place is Jack Wallace at 452 and 18.
Dan is coming to, I believe it's the 2nd shortest target out there. It's the Black Panther. And again, it's lit up. I can see those scoring rings, and if I can see them, anybody
Jack
can see them.
Wallace, are you ready? Is Jack ready?
There's a good look at that
All right.
target.
Gentlemen, we'll start your 1 minute now.
Chris is shooting for Hoyt. This is his first year with Hoyt. I'm sure they're glad to see him out there.
Mm-hmm. He's a good shooter. Holds nice and steady, good strong shot. There's your leader, Dan McCarthy. So focused.
Center, dead center.
So focused out there.
He changed his peep size. You were talking about peeps. He changed his peep size over here on the practice bags because he said his pin was starbursting a little much.
So he went smaller, I'm
He
guessing?
went smaller,
Yep.
yeah. There we go.
14 for Hacker. Is that right? No. That was for Jack.
Joseph. Jack.
Yep, sorry everybody. I couldn't see who that was. That was Jack Wallace, 14.
458.
There he goes, 466 for Jack.
10 for Chris Hacker. Moves into 468.
10 for Hacker.
Danny Evans on the grazing doe.
There he is. Danny Evans was on that longest target.
Ooh, that's close.
That is
He
close.
typically doesn't shoot uppers. He didn't call it. I think he's got that one. Just a quick glance of it. Oh, yeah, that's in
That's
there.
in there, yep.
That's through the line.
Through it,
12.
yep.
That might be the first bonus ring we've seen on that. Nope, Tim hit that one. Tim missed the Black Panther, so that's at least the second bonus ring we've seen there. 462 for Danny.
Next up, our leader, Dan McCarthy, currently at 462 and 18 bonus rings with an upper 12 call.
Dead center for McCarthy on that Panther.
472.
10 for Joseph Goza.
Getting down to the nitty gritty.
Yep. He's on this bear.
Currently at 458, he's a 10 to stay tied with Chris
Oh,
Hacker, but it takes
and
a
he
12.
did not call upper, so that
Joseph
should be
for second
dead
place at
center.
470.
Good
12.
shot, Joseph. Let's put 470. Well, that
All
tightened
right.
things up. Danny at 472 first. Joseph 470 second. 468 for Chris, now in third. Jack drops down to fourth, and Danny is still in fifth. So one more arrow of regulation, and right now all 5 of them would be in the 6th and final arrow. So this is a big arrow for everybody.
And 17 bonus rings. Jack Wallace
And
at
Dan is
466.
on, I believe it's the second longest target, that bear.
468 and 16 bonus rings. Jack
It's
Wallace
out
at
there.
466 and 19
I
bonus
wonder
rings.
if Joseph will try to
Danny Evans at
14 this hyena.
462 and 17
It is the
bonus
second
rings.
longest target.
Everybody is
I
still
don't think he
within
will. He's only 2
10
points out of the
for
lead. I think a 14's
arrow.
risky,
This is a chance
but he might.
to make some
It is the
room.
shortest target out
We have
there.
an upper 12 called on target 2.
He judges good enough to shoot
Jack
at it,
Wallace.
because I promise you he knows how far it is.
All right.
Good look at Jack in that pretty purple PSE.
I think he calls it Huckleberry, I believe I've seen online.
Huckleberry.
All right. Gentlemen, we'll start your 1 minute now.
Do you name your bows, PJ?
I don't.
I don't either.
I
Maybe I should. Might make more
think
shoot
that's the
counts.
secret.
I don't know. It might be. I'm willing to try anything. Joseph's really glassing hard down there. I wonder if he's not going to try to make a move right here and go into the final arrow in the lead. Or tied if Dan 12's this bear. Big arrow for everybody right here.
Yep. Dan
Dan
just
did-
shot. He didn't look
He
happy.
didn't like that.
No.
Now he's looking over to see
Ah,
what Joseph's
Jack.
doing. Dan did not.
Oh, he got it.
He did go for
He
it.
got it.
So that's big. I don't know what Dan did, but from the look of his face, he wasn't happy.
No.
There's McCarthy there.
14
Oh, he
for Joseph Goza.
just shot a 10.
10 to 484.
That's going to be a big move right there by Joseph.
McCarthy for bonus rings at 18.
484 for Joseph.
Next up,
Joseph
Jack
and Dan, they
Wallace.
shoot
Upper
together a
12
lot
call
too.
on
Practice
13.
together, and
Usually a precursor to making a play for the 14.
I believe that's
Can't
just a
see that
10.
one. Yeah.
Jack Wallace.
that's
Losing
Jack.
to 476.
476.
Still within 10 points
He's
of Joseph
still
Goza, our current leader.
Within 10.
Chris Hacker.
We're going to assume that
Currently at
there's
4.
Hacker on the
That's a 10 for him.
just left.
478.
Grazing dough. Mr. Bailey with
Danny
the
Evans is
call.
going to have to hit a 12.
10 for Chris.
Danny's going to have a 12 to get in the final shot since Joseph hit that 14.
Yeah, and
Next
he's
up for Danny Evans.
on the Panther.
Needs a 12 to shoot the final arrow, or the 6th additional arrow. Oh, he went at the
Oh,
14.
he went at it.
8
Just
for
missed.
Danny.
Yep, so he's got an 8. He'll end with a 470.
5th place for him. Now here's the one.
Our previous leader, 472. He's at
Dan
12,
McCarthy.
staying tied.
I believe
with Joseph
we're
Goza.
going to see a lead change.
Otherwise, Joseph will get the first arrow. in
We
the
are.
final arrow round.
482 with that 10. So Joseph will get to shoot last in this final arrow.
Currently, Joseph Goza 1, Dan 2.
How about
Chris
that?
Mm.
Jack
He didn't
Interesting.
He didn't get the memo that Dan was supposed to continue the streak.
I know.
Jack first, then
Joseph's
Chris,
trying to
then
upset his
Dan,
momentum.
then Joseph. Let's give him a big round of applause.
I want to say it's been a while since Joseph won one.
Joseph's shooting a new bow company this year, too.
Yeah,
He's shooting a
Darton.
Darton. Yep. It's obviously working well for him. He does judge fantastic, so that's a good combination. If you've got good equipment and you know how far these are, pretty easy game.
He says he's won 3 ASAs. He didn't identify which ones, but boy, I can't remember one in recent times, the last couple years, that Joseph has won.
When he used to shoot fingers years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Oof.
He was 7-time ASA Shooter of the Year in fingers.
There's no longer a pro fingers class, but when there was, Joseph Goza was the king of that castle.
They did bring out the wolf. That was our hidden target.
And first up will be Jack Wallace,
So
then Chris, then
Scott
Dan,
Parrott said,
then
back it up.
Joseph.
Back it up.
Move
To
him
make
up
him
and
earn
back
it
it
a little
up.
bit. Yep. He is standing in front of the shooting line, so
And they can put it in front if they want it.
they're in front of the longest target, but he's moving them up from the old shooting line.
All right.
I don't know, 6 yards, 7 yards or
They
so.
can't get that thing to stand up, so they're going to stand behind it and hold it while you guys shoot.
All right, you're Dan McCarthy. Well, let's see here. Can Dan do any damage?
Oh, yeah.
Chris Hacker could.
All right.
If Chris shoots a 14.
Jack's going to go first.
We're going to start your
Jack
1 minute
probably will shoot at the 14.
Has to, yeah.
He's in 4th. He's trying to get to 3rd. If he shoots a 12, he moves to 488. Hacker shoots a 10. They're tied, so bonus rings would separate that tie for 3rd place.
Yeah.
Jack really needs a 14 here to put the pressure on Chris. Then Chris would have to hit a bonus ring to take that podium spot back. A lot going on right here on this arrow. I can almost bet you that Dan's going to shoot at a 14.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. What's he going to do?
Well, let's look at bonus rings. So Dan had 17 coming in. Joseph had 16. And I know Joseph hit at least 2, so that would put him at 18. Dan hit the first one, which would put him at 18. So they might be tied all the way across if they tie on score. Like I said, there's a lot going on this arrow right here.
Yeah.
The wolf's a dark gray. I don't know how well you can see it there. I don't know how well they can see that ring. They'll be able to see the core line. You can see where that insert goes in. So it's a pretty good reference of where that 14 is, but I'm thinking Jack has to shoot at the 14 here.
It's Chris Hacker I'm looking at. If he hits that 14 and Dan goes for the 14 and ends up with a 5, he's going to flip down to 3rd.
Yeah, Hacker could get to 2nd. And then a potential tie if he shoots a 14 and Joseph Joseph just has to shoot a 10 to win if that's the case.
Bonus rings. Joseph has 18 bonus rings. Jack leads with 19 bonus rings. And Chris Hacker.
Mike's giving a breakdown of where everybody's at right now.
If Dan shoots a 14, then Joseph would have to hit a 12.
All right, Jack, you ready?
He's going to force if he hits it, he's going to force Joseph to shoot a 14 to win.
Yeah.
I don't know that you want to extend it, just try to shoot a 12 to tie him. I think you want to try to win it outright. You don't want to shoot very many arrows against Dan trying to win. Here goes Jack.
Jack first.
I think it's got to be a 14 here. I've been wrong multiple times, but I think this is a 14. He went at it. I think he's just over it.
Just over it.
That's
Boy,
close.
That's close.
Let's see what
A
the survey
yard,
says.
maybe.
Vanna, show me a number.
A wiggle would have caught that one. And just over it for an 8.
Over.
Just a little high.
So he's at a 484.
It's going to be
That's it. All right, Chris.
4th place barring disaster.
There we go. Thank you.
Chris needs an 8 to get on the podium.
Chris Hacker currently at 478. Trails Joseph Goza by 6 points and 2 bonus rings.
I think Chris has to shoot at it too.
Direction right now.
He's surely not just protecting to. He might be protecting a check. I don't know.
Yeah, if he shoots a 5, he does not get there.
If he shoots an 8,
now.
If he aims at the bottom of the 14 and has it nailed, he could get it. But if he shoots an 8, he still takes third. But hitting the 14 would serve him well right here.
Can't hit a 5. That's the bad one.
Center 10.
Center 10. All right.
488.
Okay. So now,
All right, Dan, we'll start your 1 minute now.
you're Dan.
10.
You just need an 8
An 8 to guarantee
to stay second. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he's thinking about second. Dan's thinking about winning. I think he shoots at the 14 here.
Tied for bonus rings.
If he shoots a 5, he drops to third.
This is truly a strategy moment for
Yeah, that may not bother him too much.
If he takes a 12, but Joseph
If you ain't
takes a
first,
10,
you're last,
That's
right?
right. This is a big arrow.
12
That's
tiebreaker.
a lot
He's
going on.
You want
Big
the upper
wind right
12,
now.
you want the
He's trying to position
Yeah, bring the
something. I
scores
don't know
up.
what he's looking for.
I think he's wanting to see the scores.
Oh,
There he goes.
You're in.
Yeah.
Can you see it? Okay. You're
He wants
currently
to
at
know what he
40,
needs
so
to
Yeah,
do.
you need
he's
a
wanting to see
5
where he's
move
at.
ahead of-
Mike Tyrell's giving him the
no, you
breakdown.
need 8 to move ahead of Chris Hacker.
That 14 is a little bit bigger than that 12, but of course you don't have the protection of the 10 around it.
No, it's
All right, we'll
high
start your
risk.
1 minute now.
High risk, high reward. Dan's been in this position so many times, I just feel like he's got to shoot the 14 here.
Yeah.
He's not protecting the podium. He's trying to win. Long hold.
Oh, he got it.
Smoked it. Wow. Now that puts all the pressure right on Joseph.
Yeah.
496 for
All
Mr.
right.
McCarthy.
All right, what are you doing?
There's
As
those-
you said.
There's those 4 fletches. So Joseph has to shoot a 12. He has to shoot the 14 here to
Yeah.
try to win. He has to.
Oh, so he's asking,
Currently
he wants to
12
know
points
bonus
behind,
rings.
And you're currently 1 bonus ring behind.
A
You
12
take
ties
a
him.
12, we go with closest 12 tiebreaker. You shoot a 14, you win.
There you go.
shoot
There
a
you go.
10, you come in second. You shoot an 8, you come in second. You shoot a 5, you come in second. The world is your oyster. If you miss the target, you
Mike's
get the
explaining
championship
to him that
looking for.
he can hit the target and come in second,
you
but
ready?
he pretty well needs a 14 to win, a 12 to tie, and then they will shoot off.
There's a nice fresh circle dot in the 14 ring Dan just put there for you. That's very nice of Dan. Let me know
Joseph
when
will
you're
get the
ready.
yardage right. If he can hold it
Yeah.
all together mentally and make a good strong shot, he can win this outright with a 14.
All right. We'll start your
Here
1
we
minute.
go.
I'm a little
Big
bit.
arrow.
I'm a little bit nervous.
Me too.
McCarthy streaks on the line. Joseph's first win in quite a while with a new bow. I mean, this is a big arrow. Let's see.
Oh, he
He
missed.
shot an 8.
He missed.
And he throws his arms up. 492. He'll take second. McCarthy's streak continues.
Yeah, wow.
Second place is Joseph Goza at 492.
Dan, I mean, he did what he had to do.
He did.
That's all he could do.
And Joseph put himself in a great position. He hit
Yeah.
the 14 on the hyena to take the lead. And then Dan just does what Dan does and smokes that 14 and says, okay, Joseph, the pressure's on you now, pal.
Unbelievable. Good friends there. I know Dan would have been thrilled for him, but
Yeah.
he's always said his job is to win.
His job's to win.
Friendships aside.
Yeah.
$800, no, $600.
He's gonna make his way over here. We're gonna
This
ask him.
afternoon. If you stick around and you win, you'll be
Ask him about that last arrow.
announcing the winners after the next round. After we hand out a bunch of money to these guys.
Here comes Dan. He is feeling emotional, I
Oh,
believe.
yeah.
Yes, he is.
Him and Joseph are tight.
There he is. Dan,
Hey.
I can tell you're feeling it. Tell me about that. 7 in a row.
Honestly, I'm having a hard time even thinking about it. I love Joseph like a brother.
Yeah.
And we compete. We work hard at this game to win. But I love that guy. He's the best guy I've ever met. As far as the heart goes, he's truly as honest and good of a person as you could be. And I'm not going to give a tournament away, and I'm going to try to win it to the end. But I hate it. And I was honestly pulling for him there at the end, hoping he didn't do it because he's just awesome.
Yeah. Joseph put himself in a great position, 14 in that hyena there. You know, put the pressure back on you. He obviously got to go last there, but you do what Dan McCarthy does and 14 that wolf and 7 in a row, Dan. What an impressive run. Congratulations. Another fantastic weekend. Hats off to you, buddy.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks.
Congratulations, Dan. Great round. There you have it, Dan McCarthy. Feeling for his competitors, but he does what Dan does. All right, next up, we have our known pro division. We'll finally get to see how far these targets are. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.